That's right. I know it's a little later than you expected, but welcome to the Eternal Baseball Podcast. We're normally coming to you right on the dot, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific, but we decided not to fight the ratings juggernaut that is the Super Bowl and decided we would use them for our purposes.
There you go.
So,
Easy piggyback.
We no offense to anybody else, but probably the best lead-in we've ever had an overtime Super Bowl game. Congrats to the Chiefs, by the way. We do want to welcome anybody new joining the podcast. We rang the bell pretty hard online that this was going to be the All-Star game, which is always one of the best shows of the year. And courtesy of the wicked brain of Roto, we're coming to you from the Field of Dreams in Iowa. Which is
it's too generous.
It's going to be a good time.
A generic cornfield in Iowa.
Yeah, I didn't say where in Iowa. I'm sure there's some knockoff fields in Iowa.
Yes.
Matter of fact, when you see it, it might look a little different than you expect. That's called a teaser in radio, but it feels more like late night TV, and I always liked late night TV. So,
amen.
Appreciate you joining us. If you're new to the show, Eternal Baseball's in its fourth season. We call it the best baseball ever. It's the greatest players of all time at their absolute zenith, at the peak of their statistical ability. So their best 3 consecutive seasons average to isolate their statistical peak. And this is the All-Star game. Ours is a little different in that it's played almost in an alternate universe. We don't stop the regular season for the All-Star break. We just pull the players from it, put them in another league. So that means we frequently find that whoever we're not playing as, their starting pitcher usually goes 9. And most managers would lose their cakes if you made their ace go 9 innings in the All-Star game. None of this will affect the actual Eternal Baseball season, which is rolling along, about 77 games in. We'll take a look at the week that was and how the teams are doing right now. The one thing that does carry over is injuries, and it only affects one guy. So Dodgers center fielder Duke Snider leads the National League with 23 homers and 1,050 OPS, but he's injured in the actual season. So he's actually injured in this game too, and he won't play. So that's the one guy. You're not going to see the Duke of Flatbush on the field tonight, but you'll see everybody else. You'll get the hang of it. It takes about an hour to get through a game, barring extra innings. So no guarantees, but we're usually right around an hour. That's why we call it the best hour of baseball you'll see all week. Certainly in the off season.
If it gets too late in the game, we'll just give you the Bud Selig graphic.
Yeah, that's such a good picture. ASU went to like the Honolulu Bowl or the Aloha Bowl like 3 years in a row and got whipped each time because it's usually against Hawaii, so they don't have to travel. It's home game. The visiting team loses their mind, free trip to Hawaii, and they get rolled. And the last picture had the ASU coach walking off just going, I don't know. Seems to happen. We'll see if we can. We have a better one for you tonight.
All right. Welcome, Tino and Dave.
There we go. Yeah, now this is cool.
Yes, always a chance.
The dimensions are good, but that is a cornfield wall. So you might see somebody do the reverse shoot and disappear into the cornfield. And Tino, of course, repping his Tigers. Ari Heilman's having a phenomenal year. But let me pop it up here. We'll take a look at, share my screen with the audio this time, because sometimes I get that wrong. Okay. So this is what we're talking about. We do this every week. This is the week that was. So you're looking at the weeks across the top there. And we're out here at week 13. I realize this is a bit of an eye chart, but so pink means one of the worst weeks or records of the week. Yellow means one of the best. So if you track your team horizontally, you can kind of get an idea for how the season has gone.
That's the bottom 4 teams too.
Yeah, it's always kind of tough. Toronto was kind of hanging in there, but it's been a tough couple weeks for them, going 2-10. But Arizona has had real struggles. Man, I was hoping the Diamondbacks would have a better year, given that we moved Kurt Schilling from not pitching on Philadelphia to being Arizona's ace. But he's been awful this year, and the Diamondbacks have sort of followed suit. Down at the bottom, the Rangers, rarely have enough pitching, and the good ship Blue Jay kind of ran aground this week. They're in a tough division too, so all those divisional games with the Yankees, Red Sox, and Orioles are chewing on them a little bit. Your really good weeks are the Reds 5-1, the Tigers at 5-1, the Astros showing a bit of a pulse in a very winnable National League South at 5-1. The Yankees righting their ship after a 2-4 week at 5-1, and the Cardinals, so far the best team in eternal baseball, at 5-1. You can also track down here who we've had on our game of the week so far. That's where I keep track of it. And we always try to get every team on at least once. So we've got some work to do, but it won't be next week because one of us is taking time off and going on vacation. And here's a hint: he's got red hair. So no podcast next week, but we'll catch up to you right after that. This is what the main screen looks at when I pop up Eternal Baseball on the Compy 386. Here's what we're looking at division wise. Of course, we have 32 teams, the 30 pro MLB franchises right now, plus the Expos and the Birmingham Knights, who are a team we made up, but the roster is built of the greatest players in the history of the Negro Leagues. And spoiler alert, they always win their division. So partly that's because there's a lot of talent from the Negro Leagues, and it's also because they're in there with 3 expansion teams. And before you pull the emergency brake and go, how are the Royals an expansion team? Look, when you're facing the Cubs and the Pirates and the Reds and the Yankees and the Red Sox and any one of those teams with over 100 years of history to pull from, if you started in the 60s, you're an expansion team. So the less you've been around, the harder it is. And nobody has it harder than the Nationals because they only go back to 05. Given that we're keeping the Expos separate. So
that's rough.
Bumping around the league, Philadelphia's calmly in control of the East. Atlanta's up 5 games in the South, but they're a 500 team. They're really not playing that well. So it's possible that Houston or Miami could come get them. Arizona, I was hoping for, but there hasn't been much activity out there. The National League North it has to be the best division in baseball. It's got the St. Louis Cardinals with baseball's best record, but then Pittsburgh is phenomenal, and the Cubs are phenomenal, and the Reds are in last place at 48-30. So, woe
bums.
Yeah, woe be to you, Cincinnati. Take heart though that we do have 2 wild cards in each league, so it doesn't mean the season's over. Even in Cincinnati, they're only 2 games back of the Cubs. So. Much baseball to be played in our second half. In the West, and I love this, the Padres have won 10 of 15 to tie the Dodgers atop the West. And the West is almost every season we've had, it's been San Francisco's division pretty much all year long. Dodgers were frisky this year, real hot over the holiday break. But here come the Padres, and they're doing it with Tony Gwynn has to have like a wrenched shoulder that he's just not getting fixed. Because Gwynn is hitting like 231, right? Hitting in the 9 hole. So it happens now and again, but it's just weird to see Tony Gwynn and hitting 230 anything, right? What else? Oh, out east, the Yankees, who are 2-time defending champs, are playing well, but keep in mind Mickey Mantle wrenched his knee and is lost for the season. So that'll hurt, obviously, long term. Birmingham's running away with the South again. The North is pretty good with the White Sox up just 1 on Detroit, 3 on Milwaukee, and 4 on Cleveland. And out west, Minnesota. I love the West. Minnesota's leading the AL West. They just took that over from the Angels, who are a game back. And then Oakland and Seattle are only 2 games back each. So
Seattle's hanging around.
Yeah, Seattle's hanging around. Randy Johnson is finally having a Randy Johnson year. I think he just won, might be tomorrow's ball game, spoiler, to go to 10-6. So it's nice to see the big unit acting like the big unit. So that's what we've got here. This is what's different today. We're going to move over here and switch to a whole different league because this is where I built our NL and AL All-Star teams. So that's the easiest way to do it. Is just to trade all those, duplicate basically those players, and drop them over here. As you can see, this is where I've played around with some other stuff, including this fine Arizona State team, which has Bob Horner and Huey Brooks and Reggie Jackson and Floyd Bannister, and it's a good squad. Good. That's why you have an exhibition game here now and then, and that's technically what we're playing here. So it will be the American League visiting the National League, and we'll play it here, and it's on. We'll see if it gives us funky weather on February 11th. It's a night game. We'll play ball. Oh, Tino's got a good point.
I don't know if we had our budget was a little stretched this year, so
little Richard, we'll be singing the. We didn't think about that. We should have booked somebody. Maybe next year. All right, so I'm gonna take control of both teams here, because we actually had starters announced, and I probably should have printed those out, but whatever. Here's where we're at. Your starting pitcher for the American League is Hilton Smith from the Birmingham Knights, and no question there at 12-4 with a 1.46. He's definitely the man to beat. And then for the National League, it's Mordecai Three-Fingered Brown, 11-7, but with a 1.89 ERA for the Cubs. So
just nice seeing Whitey Herzog there managing.
Yeah, look at that, and that's whoever's got the best record in the league. So that's him straight from the Cardinals. I'm sure he'll have everybody, hitting in the gaps and stealing bases, because that's kind of his thing. So Duke Snyder is the only one not playing because he's hurt. But this, I'll see if I can remember it off the top of my head. The Dodgers. It's hard to say Los Angeles because he never played a minute in LA. So it's Brooklyn's Campanella catching behind the plate. I think.
You want me to look it up?
I know the names. We're not really balancing it to lefty righty of the pitchers, because they should change. They will for our team. So normally we would look at how they bat versus lefties or righties, but here we're just looking at their overall numbers. And I think we had Mitchell. Kevin Mitchell's having an incredible year, but at third base, which is scary enough, but go get him, Kevin. And then it was Chick Hafey, who's terrible in the outfield, so I think he DHs. Chuck Klein is our right fielder. Ralph Kiner from the Pirates is our first baseman. He's a bad first baseman, too. We'll see how that works out. Ed Delahanty from the Phillies was in left. Ronald Acuna Jr. is in center. It wasn't Gary Carter, though, behind the plate, I don't think.
Must have been Campanella, yeah.
Oh, Campanella already. That's right. We need a second baseman and a shortstop. It was Rogers Hornsby from St. Louis, last year's MVP, and Archie Vaughn, whose real name was like Homer or something, but he was from Arkansas. So,
I love it.
So that explains it. Looking over the American League, you got Babe Ruth, of course.
Jeez, this lineup.
Yeah, look at this, right? Ted Williams at 277 feels embarrassing, but we'll go with it. He's leading off. I've been watching the baseball documentary from Ken Burns, and if you didn't like Ted Williams enough already, being a two-time war vet, and a guy who only got to the World Series once and lost, I had forgotten that in his Hall of Fame enshrinement speech, he said that he was looking forward to the Hall doing the right thing and enshrining Josh Gibson and Satchel Paige, who because the only reason they weren't there was because of opportunities denied them. And I don't think I ever knew that Ted rang that bell, on his biggest stage possible, and 5 years later, Satchel Paige got put in. So
well done, yeah.
I mean, Ted Williams he's just it. So let's see. Next up, man, these guys are awesome. Looks like it'll be Harry Heilman from the Tigers, having a fantastic year, and Goose Goslin leading all the baseball and hitting. I think he's our center fielder. Minnie Minoso's a fantastic left fielder, but he's playing third base for us, which is a problem, but okay. Lou Gehrig, Iron Horse, is at first. And then Nomar is our shortstop. Somebody was laughing at Nomar today online that he was up here with these gods of baseball. And I'm like, maybe you're really young, but if you've forgotten how good Nomar was from like 99 to 2000,
Yeah.
right? It didn't last long, right? But for 3 years, holy smokes. And that's all you need here. It is Louis Santop, the world's grumpiest all-star, catching from the Birmingham Knights, and then Charlie Gehringer. I always get that wrong. I may have still got it wrong. Anyway, from your Detroit Tigers. So that's our lineups. Let's play the music.
Maybe turn it up just a little.
Sound system works. Hang on. Better?
Better. All right. There we go.
Right? That the batter's eye was a little incomplete in this random AI-generated cornfield. So I sold some sponsorship right on the middle.
There you go.
I hope the white ball coming out of the actual white baseball doesn't monkey with batters.
Some intern is going to get fired.
Now, just so you know, we've played these 3 of these before, and the computer takes it deadly serious. So look for Hilton Smith to go several innings in this game.
Yes.
As we give control of the American League over to the computer.
Let's just say not everybody on his squad is gonna be in the game either. No. There's gonna be a lot of 3 and 4 at bats for these guys.
Yeah. If you're looking for your guy to get in, we'll do our best. But all right, so here's old 3-fingered Brown getting it started.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, it's a Cornhusker. No Chuck. All over it. Harry Heilman. Good seats still available.
Yeah, yes. Did people know the game was going on?
Right. It's probably traffic jams in Iowa, right? It's like 1-lane road with a cow going sideways.
Welcome, Cameron. Big day, big game.
Oh, here we go. Yep. And we let you watch all of it because if we had gone on at the normal time, you would have even seen Usher. So
you're right.
Here's Goose Goslin, Senators legend, who's on our Twins.
I love my teenager. That was just like, who's Usher?
Right.
It's like,
Hey, I do want to give a shout out to the 3 or 4 Cleveland Indian fans who hassled me today about Bob Feller winning Player of the Day and me putting Cleveland Guardians over his name. I didn't even share that with any pages that didn't have the word Guardians in it, right?
I love it.
Still, you guys are so woke. And I'm like, look, brother.
He called you woke?
That's funny. Oh, I get that a lot. And it's like, I understand the Guardians Indians thing is still a fresh wound for some people. We just call the teams by their current names, right? We won't like it, but we'll change the A's to Las Vegas in a year or 2 if that's what actually happens to them, okay?
Yeah.
It's just the march of time. And we fully know that George Sisler never played for the Baltimore Orioles, right? But that's where the St. Louis Browns went, and that's what they became, right? Jackie Robinson was never an L.A. Dodger. Christy Mathewson never pitched for San Francisco. And Walter Johnson was never a Minnesota Twin. But that's where the teams went. That's where the guys play. Nothing
We're
personal.
Doing our best.
That's right. So with 2 down, here's Babe Ruth. Sitting down.
Babe.
Man, imagine if Mordecai only had 2 fingers. I loved Kevin Mitchell back in the day.
Yes.
Still the best catch I've ever seen.
Amazing.
To overrun the ball completely and then
amazingly unnecessary. Yes.
I'm like, how
So
are you
good.
getting rewarded for that, man? You misplayed that. Like, anyway.
Kudos for for pulling it off,
Yeah.
though.
You know who didn't find it amusing was Louis Santop. Oh, no worries, Mr. Santop.
There has to be a better picture of that guy somewhere.
How? I mean, that's gorgeous. It is one of the sadnesses of the really, really vintage Negro League players. There isn't much photography. Matter of fact, watching that Ken Burns thing, every once in a while a photo would come up and I'd be like, hey, you stole that from me. Oh, wait, you made this in like 1990. Oh, we'll let it go. Here's Chick Hafey. Oh, he got a lot of that.
Oh.
Goose Goslin all over it.
Right at the wall.
Chuck Klein, who's fantastic for the Phillies. Oh, Goslin fumbles it. Klein's going for 2. Oh. He's in there. Can't tell what that steal percentage is, but it's probably not very good. We'll let Roy have a swing at it. That was something I think I knew or I'd heard, maybe didn't remember, watching that documentary. When the Dodgers left to move to L.A., Jackie Robinson, I forget if he retired then or if he had already retired, but Jackie never went to Los Angeles. And it's the same offseason that Campanella had the car crash that paralyzed him. So 2 absolute Dodger pillars never left Brooklyn. And in some ways, they're actually revered more because the Brooklyn people, that was a deep cut, right? Like they showed when they broke down Ebbets Field that they painted the wrecking ball to look like a baseball. So it's this giant baseball bashing down the outfield walls and dropping on the dugout. And like, oh, still hurts for those Brooklyn fans. Here's Ralph Kiner sitting down. All right, Minnie. Seems a crime to have Minoso at third, even though he played about, 30% of his career there. But he's a 3 defensively at third. He's a 9 in left field. So, but the outfield's so stacked that that's where he ended up. Here's Lou Gehrig, the luckiest man.
There we go. Send him.
One of my favorites, too. All right, Nomar. I don't think Lou's going anywhere. Well, not stealing anyway.
Got a rally going.
I do like that you see all I love the color break in the field, right? You see all this black and white vintage Hall of Fame stuff. And then you got, 80s legend Kevin Mitchell and 90s legend Nomar Garciaparra, and then Acuna Jr. in center, right? And he kind of fits, man. He's so good.
That's the best part of this game, though, is the integration, right? Over all the generations.
I love every bit of it. Like one of tomorrow's matchups, Randy Johnson against Satchel Paige. Like, come on. If that
so cool.
If that doesn't make your forearms tingle a little bit, you're in the wrong place, man. Okay. Here's Louis Happy Pants Santop.
Oh, did he throw it away?
He threw it away. Yep. Well,
but we didn't
see this 4 after Kevin Mitchell's name. That's a defensive rating on a scale of 1 to 10. So not too surprising. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here's Charlie Gehringer. With a single, a double, scores 2.
Oh, well done.
Just like that, it's 2-0 American League. I guess I should have named the teams differently because it's both the All-Stars up here. We'll work on that next time. It is the American League up top, though. So 2-0 American League. As no problem. Do we want to pitch to Ted Williams?
1
out. I mean, it doesn't get any easier with Heilman, Goslin, and Ruth coming up.
I think you pitched him, being an All-Star game. But Cameron saying he's not here, and I guess we're missing the.
Hold on.
The never do wells in the crowd.
Give me 1 second here. We'll try connecting again.
Tino's backtracking.
Share tab audio, whole screen, this guy. And let me get up to the audio preferences. I mean, I can turn them way up, but that's normally where they're at.
I'm not hearing anything right now.
All right, let me see here. Hang on.
Okay.
Now?
Yeah.
Too loud, maybe?
No, it's not bad. You can just hear a
All right.
murmur.
All right. Here's Teddy Williams.
I didn't hear that ball off the bat, though, at all. Huh.
No, I didn't either. He must have hit it so pure. Okay, so it's a sinking liner. We can dive with Delahanty. 52% chance to catch it.
Yes.
I think you got to try, right? Oh, he boots it. 2 runs are in. Ted Williams with a double, and it's 4-0 American League.
Are the sound effects on? And I'm not hearing any.
I think they
ball
are.
off the bat.
Let's check.
Maybe crank the entire volume. Or maybe.
I mean, the game action volume's through the roof. There's no plate music to speak of. I don't think there's anything else I can do here. But there isn't always a crack of the bat. So I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Okay, let's roll it.
All
Oh,
right.
Rob, welcome and good night.
Good to see you, Rob. Yeah, late night. I get it. All right. So here's Harry Heilman with a pop-up. Good. Because we were going to start thinking about the bullpen, and that never ends well. Here's Goose Goslin with a shot to center, but Acuna's on it. And we're out. All right, Roto. So that's 2 innings, 2 bad innings out of Three-Fingered Brown. But look at all these pieces. Oh, hold on, I got to show the starters too. Look at all this goodness.
Wow.
Noodles Hahn is 16-2.
I love how we just have Bob Gibson available.
Yeah, like whatever. You want Bob? I'll get you Bob.
Sure, let's do it.
Warm him up. I bet he'll be angry coming out of the pen too. Could be really good. Might be Baseball Stars where he just hits a guy and makes it explode. Here's Ed Delahanty. He's a good bunter. We'll remember that for later.
All right, let's send him. Oh,
I love that George Brett's on the bench watching Minoso just butcher grounders at third. You want to send Delahanty at 67%?
Better not. We got Acuna. We got all these great bats coming up.
Yeah, and Santop's got a good arm, so maybe not. All right, here's our Ronald Acuna. Oh, they're checking him.
Send him.
59.
Oh,
Shot down the line.
Let's go.
I think Ted caught that. Wow.
What?
Ted, who wasn't really known for flying into the corner for catches.
I guess that there's no wall.
He's not afraid of the corn. Here's Rogers Hornsby. Oh, Ted's going to do it again.
No way. Does that? Dang it.
Stop hitting it there. All right.
Is that 88 or 68?
60.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Oh, they're worried about him, though. 65. Come on, Archie. Oh, Minnie Minoso's an experiment over there.
He's there.
Oh, we got hosed.
Replay it.
Dude, we got hosed and no replay.
Man.
All right, so Bob Gibson, come on down.
Cameron's making fun of Brian Fuentes.
Look, man, somebody's got to make it for the Rockies. And right now, dude, on the Rockies disabled list is DJ LeMahieu, Larry Walker, Troy Tulowitzki, and somebody else, Nolan Jones. Jesus, he's a rookie and he broke his leg. So somebody's got to be there. And
Jimmy Boyer wasn't available, huh?
I don't know if Boyer's on a team. God, he should be, but
I think he's probably fairly mediocre across his entire career for everybody.
He was consistent. We like that.
That's true.
Bob Gibson and Babe Ruth. If you don't like that, come on.
Here we go.
Sitting down. Minnie Minoso. Chuck Klein's on it, doing his best Ted Williams.
Man, I got the corners covered here.
Bob Gibson and Lou Gehrig. Yes, please. Oh, it dribbles past Hornsby. Gibson's pissed. Here's Nomar. Man, a couple of C&I singles, and the American League's threatening again. Gehrig's going to third. If we throw, we have a 3% chance to get him. I think we put that in our pocket.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, it's an interesting stat by Cameron here.
Oh, let's see here.
It's like
that's incredible.
He's the Genghis Khan of like.
All right. Let's see here. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Gibson and Santa.
What was that? I forget the actual percentage, but it was the Mongolian population that had some genetic lineage to Genghis Khan.
Not bad.
So it was really high.
Santop with a single. Gibson gives up an earned run. Holy smokes. It's 5-0 American League. And then Charlie gets into one. Chuck Klein's under it. All right. So we go to the bottom of the third. American League up 5-0. Top of the lineup, here's Kevin Mitchell. You got some of that, but the goose is under it. Chick Hasty. Man.
Like we're getting a lot of deja vu in this game so far.
Right? Hilton Smith just rolling. Run, Chuck, run. You blockhead. So we go to the top of the fourth. Gibson's second inning.
At least we have a hit.
Bob Gibson, Ted Williams. Come on now. Ralph Kiner's all over that. Here's Harry Heilman.
Did you get there?
Nope. In the corn. Look close, though. Acuna's under that. No problem. Oh. Well.
Yeah, let's see who's coming up. Can't remember.
Don't mind if I do. Right now, we're top of the lineup, though. So.
All right, we got. Oh, yeah. Can't really come with Campanella.
Yeah, Delahanty, though, can fly, so maybe. Let's see what Campy. Oh, boy.
Should have bunted with Campanella.
Right? Ralph Kiner. Got a lot of that.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Likes it. It's off the corn.
It's off the corn. That's one stiff ear of corn it hit.
Delahanty's a good bunter, but not in this situation. Only a 4. So we'll let him swing. Let him swing away. Wild pitch. If we send Kiner to third, 89% safe.
Doesn't make sense, but let's do it.
Yeah, a little excitement. Go get him. Yeah, no throw. All right. So here's Delahanty. Don't need much to get a run in, Ed. He walks. Oh, he's fast, too. Hang on.
Let's send him.
66.
Jeez, not enough.
And that double steal, for whatever reason, the guy from third never scores. He's never out. He always just goes back like a chicken.
It's like, man.
I don't know. Ronald Acuna. Let's see it, Ronald. Oh, there we go. We're on the board, Roto.
Is he on third?
83% if we send Delahanty to third with 1 out.
Oh, man, it's tempting.
Ted doesn't have a great arm.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
It is left field. All right. Slide, Ed. Oh, do we send Acuna to second at 62?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Okay. Throws in. Oh, he takes it anyway on the throw.
Ooh, an error. Wait.
Skip past the throw.
He scored.
Past Minoso and Delahanty scored.
All right.
Acuna goes to second. Williams has an error. And it's 5-2 American League. We're on the board. We're rolling. Here's Rogers Hornsby.
Look at us.
Single left. 59%.
I think you send him.
With 1 out?
I think so.
I mean, I'm just saying, Next up is Archie Vaughn, but I was thinking we might pinch hit for him anyway.
Up to your call, man. I'm an aggressive.
All right, fine. Since you're taking the risk, go ahead, Ron. Well,
let's run on Ted Williams.
Ted's got a weak arm. He already showed that, but now he's mad. So we'll see. Send him home, sure. I thought I clicked yes.
Yeah, that's so too.
Oh, it says he slipped coming around third.
Oh, okay. Everybody wins.
All right, look at Archie Vaughn here. I think we got other shortstops we can sub in. Let's see what we got here. Ketel Marte is our other shortstop, so we could totally go to him. Can't use Duke Snyder. We are against a righty, though, so let's see what the splits are here.
Let's leave him in. Archie.
Yeah, you know what?
Archie is an amazing name.
Nobody has a better OPS against righties on the bench. So, Archie, be our guest.
Oh, terrible decision.
Man. All right, let's see if Tatanka himself can win it here. Hey, walks, all right.
All right, pressure's on, Hilton.
Base is loaded. 89 pitches for Hilton Smith. He may not get all the way through the game. Here's Chick Hafey. It's up, but Heilman's under it.
Can of corn. Shoot.
Well, 2 runs in, 5-2. Gibson pitched 2 innings. You want to get somebody warming?
I don't. It's just fun to see
like
Gibson.
Bob?
It's fun to see Gibson up against every hitter.
That's fair. Gibson and Ruth. Gibson and Minoso. Little dribbler. Got him. Gibson and Gehrig. 2 for 2 on the day. Hornsby's on it, but kind of
he bobbled it.
Kind of dropped it. Throw was fine. E3.
We have 3 errors on the afternoon already.
I mean, look at Kiner and Mitchell on the corners, right? Somewhere, not invited to the game, Eddie Murray and Brooks Robinson, or that'd be a sitcom, are sitting in their apartment just going, Jesus Christ. Here's Nomar. And we get 1. Nomar is the only shortstop on the whole American League roster. Not that they sub a lot anyway, but if we can hurt him,
there you go.
There's an opportunity.
We found the loophole.
Yeah, absolutely. We should have told Gibson. One right in the ear. All right, here's Chuck Klein sitting down. Campanella sends one.
Oh yeah,
look at it. Come on, dude. All the way into the kiddie pool out there. Nice catch. Ralph Kiner. All right. Long single. And Ed Delahanty. Walking. Not bad. Water break.
All right, Acuna.
Come on, Ronald. You got a lot, but Ted.
You're not getting that by Ted Williams.
Telling you. Bob Gibson's still enjoying this.
Off the bail bond sign.
Right? Oh, look at that. Santop into the corner.
Oh, man.
Incline find it in the cornfield. Looked like that was Kiner's fault.
Huh.
Double, though, not there.
They didn't give him there.
He probably deserved it, but.
We almost have more errors than hits.
Who else do we have out there? Just take a look here. First baseman. Gary Carter can play first, but it's not pretty. So, yeah, he's kind of our guy.
All right.
Kiner at 3. Yeah. It doesn't get much better. Gary Carter, but we don't want to burn our other catcher right now. So, Ralph, you're in it, man. Here's Charlie Gehringer. Fly ball to Ed, who's definitely winning best dressed, right? Come on.
Yeah, dapper.
All right, here's Ted Williams. Runner on second, 1 down. Yeah, a little single to right. Klein will hold the runner, though. I don't know. I'm starting to feel a little hinky on Bob Gibson here.
Yeah, we need
Let's see
to.
what else we got.
We got to get Brian Fuentes up.
Just because we besmirched him, huh?
There
All right, fair enough.
you go.
Move it for a little bit.
Maybe
Oh,
someone
no?
else too. Maybe someone else as well.
Okay.
Get Trevor Hoffman in.
Yeah, how about Trevor Hoffman?
Let's do it. Kirby.
He gives us a lefty and a righty. Cabanella's like, don't mess us up. Gibson's like, get out of my face. Fly ball to center. Acuna goes back.
He's got it.
Makes the catch. And holds Santop. Wow.
Amazing.
Okay.
Cameron has a little story. Gary Carter playing third. Wow.
Wow. I wonder if, oh no, that was the Braves game they had, the Rick Camp game, or Rick Camp homered in like the 13th. They had a Roscoe and I think McDowell were trading off on the mound in left field because they had nobody left. So they would just do lefty righty with a Roscoe. It was a fantastic game. And then the Braves, like the Mets scored 3 and the Braves had a chance to answer, and they had to pinch hit the pitcher, Rick Camp, because the other pitcher was done. So they put in the guy who was going to go on the mound next because he was a bit slightly better awful hitter. And Rick Camp hit a 3-run homer in like the 17th to tie it up. It was amazing. I think the Braves won eventually in like 19 innings, and it was a July 4th game. And there was like 100 people left at 2 a.m. to watch the fireworks. Great game.
That's so good. I love those games because you can just hear the announcers groan.
Oh, so
like when they tie it up late.
Yep. I tell you what, I worked in sports media for a little while, and I learned very quickly. First game, hockey game, actually, you can't root, right? Even if you're just a newspaper guy sitting there, there's no rooting except against extra innings or overtime. Nobody wants overtime. Like, come on. All right, here's Goose Goslin. Oh, can Ralph get it? No, he cannot.
Come on, Ralph.
But 0-2 to Goslin. A tapper to Hornsby. He'll go to second. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. American League up 5-2. Here's Rogers Hornsby. Nomar with a great play. 1 down. All right, if we're going to get to this roster at all, it's probably down here. You want to see Mel Ott, maybe? Bryce Harper? Those are our only 2 guns, really.
Yeah, your call, man. And then put Marte in?
Yeah, and then put Marte in.
Okay.
And we'll save, let's pinch hit Harper. We'll save Ott for later in case we need him.
Sounds good.
But let's be honest, the Washington fans don't usually have much to cheer for. And I'm not sure they're going to cheer for Bryce Harper anyway. But can't say we didn't try to help.
Yeah, Cameron, if you find that clip, definitely send it to us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I couldn't find a more Bryce Harper looking picture than this, right? Like, come on. That's the guy. And he walks. Look at that. We're off and running. Smith doesn't have much left. 12 pitches before he gets tired. If he actually goes, you know what? As a matter of fact, let's just hop over there. We'll take over the American League for a second, just to make sure they got someone up in their pen. We'll warm up Walter Johnson and Josh Hader, just for the hell of it.
Cheers.
Lefty and righty. That way, when Smith runs out of juice in 12 pitches, they have somebody ready. Sometimes the computer's a little slow on the bullpen. Maybe because the computer knows exactly how badly bullpens fail.
You're right. There you go.
Either way. Here, a runner on third, or on first, Bryce Harper. Here's Kevin Mitchell with 1 down. Santop says you're almost out of gas. Oh, he hit Mitchell.
Oh, how dare you.
I thought Mitchell was charging the mound.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a couple guys you don't want to hit, like Albert Bell.
Yep. First and second, here's Chick Afey. 1 down. He sits him down. This has to be Smith's last batter. Chuck Klein. Oh, we got a lot of that, Roto.
Oh, is it over? Is that?
It's over and gone. Right off the eternal baseball sign. A 3-run shot for Chuck Klein. Oh, they did have somebody coming in. Barney Pelty.
One batter too late.
Right? I mean, it's an all-star game. They didn't have to ride him 135 pitches. All right, so I'm going to hop in there. We'll grab control of the AL one more time. Just sit down, our guys, because they went with Barney Pelty. Barney Pelty had a great couple of years for the St. Louis Browns. So he pitches for the Orioles. That's who the Browns became. So, and he's got the preppy pop collar, which just makes us more angry. But it's a whole new ball game, tied up 5-5. 5 combined errors too so far. But given that we're playing Kevin Mitchell and Minnie Minoso at third and Ralph Kiner at first,
that's not out of the blue.
Right? Yeah, kind of asking for it. Oh, sorry. I got to give control back to the computer. All right. So here's Roy Campanella walking.
Send him.
17%.
High teens. That's actually higher than I thought it might be.
Not bad. Here's Ralph Iron Glove Kiner. Oh, he moves the runner over, though. That's good fun. Oh, no, it's 2 outs. No. All right, so with Ruth up and our 2 guys fading.
We've got a little gap in the middle of our infield there.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. Because we need Marte in for Harper. All right, Ruth stinks against lefties this year and last year. So it's not Bob Gibson time. It's Brian Fuentes time.
Lordy. That's it. That's the equivalent of the Bud Selig GIF, right? It's like I guess we're ending this.
I cannot imagine this going well. I really can't, but we'll get Noodles Hahn warming up. He's 16-2. We'll leave Hoffman.
That could be our new logo.
How bad is this going to taste?
Babe.
He popped him up.
Oh, he got him.
And I am not going to let I'm not going to let anything bad happen to Brian Fuentes. He did his job.
Oh, no, man.
Jimmy Hoffman, the one guy.
As Cameron says.
Dude, he did his job. I will not harbor any besmirching of Brian Fuentes. He just got Babe Ruth to pop out in a tie game in the 7th inning. Come on now. Here's U of A product. Trevor Hoffman.
No.
Stretching this ballpark. Man. Lefty, righty. I think we're going to go visit that mound just to say, hey, what's it like not going to college? And then, I thought Noodles would be ready. Not quite yet. All right, Hoffman, make us proud. Well, could have been worse.
That should be our tagline.
Could have been worse.
New logo with Bud Selig. It could have been worse.
It's not bad. I like that marketing. All right, we're ready for Noodles on. Come on in, Noodles. Look at that. That's the best picture I could find of this guy because he pitched in like the 1700s. But he's our guy.
I was looking at some of the baseball birthdays, and I think there's a guy tomorrow whose name was Pretzel.
That's great.
Pretzel's on there. And he has a German last name, and that's why they call him Pretzel.
I was going to say, I bet Pretzel
German heritage.
Pretzel was his Christian name, and his nickname was like Big Jimbo.
It's like Pretzel Schmidt or something like that. It's awesome.
I looked at it today. We got Dansby Swanson, who doesn't quite make the Braves, which is hard to believe, but he doesn't. And then Ed Walsh. And I'm like, well, I know Big Ed Walsh from the White Sox. He's always, I think he won our first Cy Young. And I looked it up. It's actually his son.
Little
Walsh
Ed
Jr., who played for the White Sox too. They combined as a father-son duo for 206 wins, right? 11 of them belong to the son. So White Sox fans, Probably
Yeah.
boot him out of town, probably, but whatever. All right. So here you go. If there ever was a time to bunt, here's our 10 bunter leading off the 7th of a tie game.
Let's do it.
I like it. Oh, Barney Pelty's all over that.
Oh, man. It's like he read our minds.
Whatever, Barney. Ron Acuna.
That wasn't really his last name, right, Cameron? Like,
what? No way. I'm going to go with it.
It didn't seem like it was that that outrageously German.
Here's Rogers Hornsby with a shot, single to the left. Oh,
yeah, I was gonna say my memory's bad.
Yeah, fair enough.
But it's not that far, I don't think.
All of a sudden, King Kelly runs across the field. He's streaking.
That was it. Thank you, Munchkin. Getzian.
Oh, look at
Pretzels
that.
Getzian.
Yeah, you can't sneak it past Munchkin.
My man.
So
welcome, by the way, Munchkin.
Here's Ketel Marte hitting it to Nomai, who makes the play.
Pretzels.
We go to the top of the 8th. Noodles Hahn against Luis Santa.
This game has 19 innings written all over it.
Oh, it should be so good. It's past my bedtime. Thank you very much. Here's Charlie Gehringer, who I might have pinch hit for, but that's just me. Ronald Acuna Jr. turning it in. Here's Ted Williams. I'm a little terrified of him right now, but okay. Chuck Klein's tracking it. Hey, puts it away. We go to the bottom of the 8th, top of the lineup. Here's Kevin Mitchell. He got quite a bit. The Goose.
Man.
Has been pretty good out there.
He has.
Here's Chick Hafey. All right.
There we go. Send him. He's fast, right?
We can try for a double. 76% chance.
Ooh, I think you have to.
Got to try it, right?
Yeah. I mean, we'd do it. If that was a steal percentage, I think we'd do it.
He's in there.
All right.
Plus, he's 19% to steal third, Roto.
Here we go. Chuck Klein, let's do this.
Come on, Chuck. Oh, a little single to right.
Have to send him.
54% with one out.
I think you send him.
All right.
Did he slip too?
We do not send Klein to second.
Woody Herzog would send him.
Well, look,
not to second, but
if we send Klein and the throw is to second, there's only one out. That means the go-ahead run scores, right?
Yeah, if you want to give him up, sure.
Do it. Safe at home, we take second.
Look at that, man. Look at us.
Baseball's such an easy game. I'm telling you. Here's Roy Campanella. Oh, by the way, if we
got to figure out our closer.
Yeah, hang on. We did not expect to be in this situation.
What are you thinking? Kirby
has been fantastic this year.
Been lights out. Let's do it.
Got AJ Ramos.
Get them all up.
Those are the only two closers. Let's do Yates. And let's warm up Slim Saleh as well in case we need a lefty.
Was he in the baseball documentary?
No, not at all. He pitched a long time ago, but lots of other guys were in there. Like
they didn't even have a photo that they could do the burnt effect on.
Never heard anything about old Slim Saleh or Silver King, another one of my favorite St. Louis Cardinals, and Luchadors, I believe. All right, so with runner on second, here's Roy Campanella. Wild pitch. Klein takes third. And if you're thinking third base and first base are looking a little angular, that's just Photoshop playing tricks on you. Here's Roy Campanella, runner on third, 2-1 count. Hits it to third. Send Klein home. Safe chance 83%.
Yes.
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 The throws to first anyway. They get campy, but Klein scores. Try a squeeze. Says the guy who just won the Super Bowl and thinks he's playing with house money.
Yeah, Campanella, I'm guessing, wasn't all that good of a boner.
Yeah, probably not. Here's Ralph Kiner with the bases empty. Pop fly to center. Goslin's all over it. All right, so we got Noodles on. He's a lefty. Heilman kind of murders lefties at 410.
I don't want to go to the bullpen, but let's do it.
Here's Kirby Yates.
This is going to go so wrong.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have burned Hoffman out in the seventh. But here's his San Diego teammate. I'm glad it's a 2-run lead. I'm just saying. Yeah, they wouldn't pinch hit for Goslin. But now we got back-to-back lefties. So I think we pop over to Slim Salih, don't you think?
Oof. I don't know. Yates looks like he's dealing. What do you think?
Wait till Yates at least gives up a hit or something?
Let's do it.
All right. Like that one?
Oh, no, dude. Oh, no.
Goose Goslin with a solo shot into the cornfield.
And
you
have to rein in my bad instincts, man. That's
right?
part of our deal.
Oh, hang on.
Lord.
All right. So we're gonna get J.R. Richard warming up because in comes Slim Salih, the left-hander. Look at that. he looks like he doesn't know where he is.
If I'd known he'd look like that, I would have brought him in.
Well, no worries. Babe Ruth digs in 0 for 4. The AL trails 7-6, bottom of the ninth, 1 out. All right, Ruth with a clean single to right. Tris Speaker, the pinch run for the Babe. Luckily, Speaker's doesn't have a good jump right here, as Minnie Minoso digs in. It's a dribbler. They only get 1.
Woo, here we go.
All right. I think you put Gehrig on. You put Gehrig on and pitch to Nomar? It's only a 1-run lead. That's putting the winning run on first.
I mean, we still have a chance to come back. And it's Cameron. It is
All right. Slim Salih to Lou Gehrig. It's in the air.
Oh, dude.
Delahanty's under it. It's off the wall. Speaker scores. We're tied up 7-7. More lefties coming, though.
Your call, man.
3 of the next 4 are lefties. So
all right. Cross your fingers.
Slim's game to lose. But it's only tied up. All right. Let's see what Nomar's got. A dribbler. Rogers Hornsby is on it. Throw to first in time. We go to the bottom of the ninth.
Darn it.
With Ed 10 bunter Delahanty leading off.
Should we do it?
I think we let him hit.
Okay.
Oh, no. Lou Gehrig has it. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. Dribbling to Minoso. Rogers Hornsby. All right. Single to center. Ketel Marte. Good to see you.
Oh, there we go.
Single. Maybe Hornsby gets third on that. Nope.
Nice play by Yeoman.
First and second. Kevin Mitchell. Oh, we got a lot of that.
Get it?
Williams, no. 10 catches everything.
Well, what's a little more extra?
Nothing wrong with an overtime Super Bowl game leading to a late start, leading to extra innings in the All-Star game. Look at this. Everybody's a critic, man. Yeah, and the rain pad is out at home plate too, Cameron. Here's Louis Santop. Oh, yeah, these are all the lefties. So this might be the last 3 for Slim. If he gets through all 3, we'll see.
All right. I'll start Googling for the Bud Sela graphic.
Right?
Someone's got to hit just a monster homer.
You know it's going to be a walk-off. Has to be.
Has to be.
Get it, Cattell.
Got him.
Got him.
All right.
Oh, Ted Williams. You don't terrify me at all. Oh, look at that.
Look at
It's
the cover,
lovely.
though. Wow. All right. Here we go.
Here we go. 2, 3, 4 for the National League. What does it say? I didn't see the ball move at all. It was a diving stop by Gehringer. He flipped to Garcia Parra, who threw the first, but safe. Chick Hafey's in there at 78%, Roto.
Let's send him.
Gotta go.
That looked like a terrible jump.
Yeah, Hafey can't get a jump.
What is he at? Is that 89 or 60?
69.
Your call, man.
We can have Klein take if you want. It's 1-0.
We could hit and run. You want to hit and run?
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, we should probably get Richard. That's a good.
Hit and run with a single to right.
Oh, we're in business.
Go to third, Hafey. 94%.
For sure. Oh.
Right? I was in there. First and third.
As Cameron said,
field in.
Why don't we get Richard?
He's still got 75 pitches in that arm. I think we're all right.
Oh, okay. I wasn't totally sure how that worked either.
If he was a relief guy, he may have crept down from like a 25 pitch max. But Richard's got, as a starter, has got plenty of arm.
Okay.
So the infield's in.
Here we go.
Nobody out, first and third, Roy Campanella.
And this.
Oh, with a dribbler to short.
All
right, sending Hafey's only got a 13% chance, but they've only got a 5% chance to turn this double play. So I think Hafey's going to stay put with nobody out.
I agree.
And the throw over, fine.
All right, we got 2 shots to end this.
Second, third, Ralph Kiner. Infield in again.
Ball game.
Ralph Kiner. It's in the air. Even the outfield was in.
That's not very deep.
Nope.
Where are we at?
57% chance to win it.
I think you do it, man.
I think you send him. I used to look at that like that's not a very good percentage. But does the next guy up with 2 outs, does he have a 57% chance to get a base hit? Not on your life.
No, here it is. This is it.
Let's go, Chick. The throw. Save, yes. We win.
It's a miracle.
So good. Look at that.
All right.
All right. Slim Sally.
Let's see what everybody's stuff was.
Right? I mean, we'll find out the MVP when we scroll down, but just looking at the box scores here, Chuck 4 for 6, Klein with that 3-run game-tying homer.
So good.
Yeah, pretty sure. Hornsby 3 for 5, not bad. So, if you're new here, there's a stuff rating over here, which can be a plus, a double plus, nothing, a minus, or a double minus. Oh, yeah, and the real Slim Sally did stand up. And that's just how good was your stuff that day. So Noodles was the only one with subpar stuff. Everybody else was just average. Slim Sally got the win and the blown save. That's always good. But yeah, we keep scrolling down here. It doesn't list an MVP. Maybe they don't in exhibition games. But ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Klein 4 for 6 with 4 RBIs.
Yeah, clear winner.
Had a game tying home run. These kind of box scores come up after every game, and we clip them, we clean them up, and we post them on the team specific message boards at eternalbaseball.com. So if you have a favorite team out there and you like their best players ever, you can see what they did every day except Fridays at eternalbaseball.com. Like we always say, we'll never know any team better than their diehard fans. It's hard to keep track of 32 teams simultaneously. So if you see a guy for your team who's struggling, needs some time off, a guy who's hitting well and needs more at bats, or a pitcher who's just not getting it done, or maybe even a player that we've forgotten about who should be on the roster, let us know. We love taking fan suggestions. And as long as the stats bear it out, we'll make that change. Eternal Baseball runs live games. Saturday through Thursday. Fridays we have off, but that's the day our all free Eternal Baseball newsletter comes out. You can sign up for that again at eternalbaseball.com. If you're a Facebook kind of guy or gal, we're absolutely on Facebook, do a lot of work there. Brent's got a new birthday series that is absolutely blowing up.
Yeah, check it out.
Dan Quisenberry and John Kruk and Mookie Wilson. It's been a good week on the birthday parade. We're also on Twitter or X if you prefer, or we have an Instagram page. All easy to find. Just look for Eternal Baseball. And we're moving into the second half, heading to the playoffs. We hope you enjoyed it tonight. We hope you'll join us. Stick around for more Eternal Baseball.
Ton of fun. That was a good game. I enjoyed it.
Hey man, if we're gonna go extra innings with a late start, at least we had a quality finish. So
Yes.
we appreciate the regulars and the new faces. Again, no show next week, but we'll be back in 2 weeks with another thrilling edition of the Eternal Baseball Podcast.
Thanks, everyone.